All right, good morning, everyone. Let me just make sure we're all live. Let me make sure we can hear me all here as all guys. Welcome back. Special guest today on the show, guys. We've got Daniel Holmes tuning in. We got this. Been trying to get this going for a while.
What's happening, you guys?
Welcome, man. Welcome. You guys
I
on
don't know
YouTube? Give us a quick.
I don't know if I'm
check.
delayed because it's delayed from what I'm looking at, but I hope it looks all normal on your end.
Let me just have a quick little audio check.
What's happening, chat? Two Aussies taking over the world. Wow, look at this, 235 people here already. Damn,
That's
we're firing
amazing.
on all cylinders.
I think is there a little bit of echo potentially? Let me,
Yeah.
There's a little bit, isn't there?
Yeah.
Let me try that. Let me see. It should be good. All right, let's do this, man. Welcome back, everyone. Better now? Cool.
Sounds fine. Okay.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. We've been trying to get this going for a while, so it's good to have you tune into London streams, man.
Pleasure to be here on on your side of the town.
I know.
Is this how you usually start? You just kind of start with just your heads, and then you move into the charts?
Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
Nice.
Like, people get a full headshot of us first before we go into the good stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Let me see it. But yeah, good to have you on, man. Appreciate you tuning in, taking you away from your normal London streams.
No, pleasure to be here, man. Happy to be here.
Everyone here is all good. Nice. First time Skype, nice. I can hear you loud and clear. Nice. Love a good headshot. Yeah, absolutely. 238 people tuning in already. Welcome, guys. We'll look at some markets there as well. We'll take advantage of Daniel's time, ask over some questions. If anyone doesn't know who you are, man, do you want to give a corny little intro?
I do, but I'm getting double audio.
Double audio, yep. I think it's my mic. It's picking up.
It's playing back a conversation from like 10 seconds, actually.
Do you have your my stream muted?
That's a good point. Wow, that might have been it.
All right, should be good. Let's see. Turn down the music. You can hear the music.
It's still delayed. All right, let me check here.
Oh, wait there. Sorry, so you're listening to me through the YouTube stream?
No, not anymore. Now it's through that ninja thing.
Okay.
Check. Sorry, gang. We're traders, but we're not technical guys.
We had to have one technical difficulty. So you can hear me all good, but is it lagged?
I think it's better now. It's better now.
It's better?
Yeah, I think it's better now. Okay. It's gone now. All right. Sweet. It's gone. Doesn't sound that bad. All right.
Cool. Doesn't sound that bad. Let me just have a really quick listen here. Test. No, it sounds good to me. Cool. Maybe that's
good.
it.
Sweet. Easy. It's not laggy, and it's just a sound from Daniel. Yeah, it must. I shut down a couple things on my end, so I think it's good now.
Cool, man. Cool. You wanna give a little intro to everyone who may or may not know who you are?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess Daniel. Yeah, I trade live as well. Been trading a few years now. It's funny, Aaron. So I'm local to Aaron. Me and Aaron live pretty close to each other, and Aaron was one of the first traders I came across when I first came into this game. Right, I stumbled across his beauty, and you know what? I stumbled across Aaron as I was in my stage of strategy hopping, which is always nice. And and yeah, no, we just kept in touch. We're doing the goddamn things, doing it live every day, and that's it, man. Just show up every day, do the goddamn thing.
Absolutely, man. It's good. It's good. It's good to see your journey. How long? When did you first, like? I was looking on our Discord before. We had first started talking. First started talking as if we're like dating. We first started like talking about trading. What, like 2 years ago, maybe more.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at that as well. It was like about 2.5 years ago, right? Which is interesting. I think I'd gone through like Raj's course and I'd done a bunch of strategy shit, and I was like, you know what, man, I need a local trader, and that's when I came across your stuff.
Nice.
And yeah, the journey begins.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. That's what's good now is like you've put your own twist and style onto it as well. You kind of adapted like your own way, which I think is like important for everyone to do. Like, you know, you can't just, I mean, you can like just learn one strategy, but you know, you always got to find things that work for you. And I guess that's just time and putting your own twist on it.
100%. The biggest thing as well is, well, the unfortunate thing, I wish I knew it back then, but I had like another year and a half of pain ahead of me before I was going to start figuring shit out.
Yep.
Here we are.
Someone said you just trade gold. You just trade gold as well, right?
Yeah, just gold. I've been dabbling in NQ a little bit, but yeah, mainly gold. Gold's been interesting today.
Yeah, man. I did take some buys in Asia. Man, Asia's recently been by far like the best session. Usually I would say like I'm 90% a London trader, but Asia recently, man, has just been incredible.
Yeah. It's been insane, bro.
Literally been like.
So where did you caught a little some sort of buy there at the break?
Yeah, I took I actually got out a little bit earlier than that, but I took, once I kind of, to be fair, it's kind of a little bit of a choppy day today, so I wasn't really planning on trading Asia today, but once I kind of saw this rejecting the highs without really grabbing anything, I was like, oh cool. As soon as this 30-minute starts to break some highs, I think you're going to get a nice little wick fill and come up for a deeper retracement. So yeah, I took this off the 30, which, to be honest, most of my trades, well, a lot of my execution's done on the 5-minute, but like my, I guess, analysis and bias is done off the 30-minute, which I find to be the sweet spot on gold.
For sure.
You don't go any lower than the 30, do you? Just trade 30, right?
Don't go any lower than the 15, but yeah, I see what you're looking at there. It makes sense, right? That break above, and then there's like a wick that could be filled and push further than that, maybe. Yeah, it looks nice. Look at this. Aaron and Daniel looks like a screen for an ad for a local DJ. That's so fucking funny. Man, I don't know about you, but what I'm looking at now is that support level there at 3372. You know, unless we get a structure forming around here now, there's not much I can do. It's just one color, right?
Yeah, it's it had let me just have a quick look. Do we have any news today? I know we had FOMC last night.
Yeah, that was a bit lackluster.
We got unemployment claims today. Anything tomorrow? Nah, not really. Yeah, I didn't trade. I took a little loss yesterday. I took minus 250 yesterday on one of my accounts, and it was FOMC. So I was like, I didn't really trade too much yesterday. But to be honest, when I woke up this morning, I was expecting FOMC to have had like a huge push. And I was like, you haven't really done that much.
Yep, exact same, man. And yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so I took a little L yesterday on stream as well. Do you and are you breaking down like accounts and trading like one on Asia, one on London instead of linking them?
Yeah, I tried to, man. I've got 5 top steps here, and my London one's probably my main one, and then I try and keep 2 separate for Asia. But to be honest, like today I traded on both. I guess it depends how good the setup is. Like I have, you know, I've renamed them like Asia and London. But yeah, to be honest, like if I want to take like a risky trade, like I was having a little play around with NQ as well. Like I'd take it on one of my risky accounts, but I kind of keep this London one for like just my highest probability setups, which is, I guess, you know, people probably say like, oh, why don't you just copy trade all of them? But the thing is, like, not every single trade we take is going to be like an A+ setup. Sometimes it might be like a, like a B setup, but we still want to have a dabble in it and give it a shot. So I try and keep some of them separate for that.
For sure. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, nice.
But the Asian one's been the one banking at the minute, to be honest. Like I say, like I would mainly just call myself a London trader, but recently, man, Asia's been incredible.
It has. Good to see some of you local guys in the chat there. Trades meow. Good.
Nice. I love as soon as I jump off my top step one. I love jumping onto yours and just saying the most dumbest shit.
Join the club, man. Oh, so good. So here we are in the pre-London session. I never trade this early, so I guess it's just a waiting game. Is anything popping out at you? What you're looking at right now?
Recently we've been seeing 635 has been having some great moves recently. That 635 London time has been having some. Let me go to the 5 minute. Been having some amazing moves. But you haven't really done. I mean, this is a pretty decent sell-off here. Did you get short here? I haven't taken any sells here.
No.
My only, like, I'm trying to. I kind of looked at yesterday's close. I'm like, we had like two Monday, Tuesday, two like huge days. Like this is like, I think it was like a 2,000 tick move up or something crazy. And then a pretty aggressive closure yesterday. So now I kind of come onto the charts there. I'm like, are we going to continue this early move for the week, or are we going to, start to break back below? So how do you see on the daily? Do you have I personally don't have much of a daily bias right now. I look at this daily, I'm like, I don't really know where we're going to close today.
The only thing I thought that was relatively interesting about that daily is that it did technically close above the body of those previous highs. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting thing. But other than that, it's like, what are you going to do? It's quite interesting that the daily right now is about to flip bearish. I think a lot of people were like, nah, we're going back to all-time highs, and they're all just getting absolutely stomped right now.
Yeah, 100%, man. With this, especially with this weekly has like little to no bottom wick, which is crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
Not that I think it's just going to completely flip, but we are at that massive. You kind of, I think you look at the same, like you look at candles with no bottom wicks the same, right?
Yes.
Yep, nice. So I kind of.
Or just in terms of the probability, like if you go through all the candles and go, well, how many have no wick? And you're like, well, most of them have wicks. So what's the probability? This is one that doesn't.
Yeah, 100%, man. I know what's been pretty crazy, like so far this year. It was like almost every single time that we did have a bearish closure this week, like it just got completely retraced every single time. Whereas last week was like the first week where we've had like 2 consecutive bearish closures.
Yep.
But I mean, I kind of also look at this. I know it's pretty high time frame, and we don't swing trade, but I still kind of like to have a look. I kind of look at this monthly and I go, well, we still closed like so bullish. Like we're so bullish. And what's with the zesty comments? What's going on here?
These guys are trying to say I'm zesty, but the reality is I'm a hard olden dude. But yeah, they're trying to say I'm zesty, but that's all good.
Yeah, I look at this monthly and I'm like, wow, like could we be coming all the way up to fill in this monthly wick, tap back into 3,500 again? I'm like it wouldn't be too crazy. I mean, we're only 8 days into the month, but it wouldn't be too surprising to see us, if this was like let's say if this was a 30-minute chart, for example, we would say, oh yeah, that high looks like a pretty easy target. So even 100%. Though it's monthly, to me, we could easily be coming for them highs.
And even I think to complement that, like the view that I have on the weekly is if this weekly can basically close above that resistance there, I literally would look at that the same as I would as a 30-minute engulfing like an area. I would be looking at it as like some sort of breakout, of retest, and then a continuation. Personally.
Yeah, 100%, man. That's the thing. I think when you look at it on like a multi time frame, you're like, oh no, that's ages away. But it's like, if we thought this was a 30-minute time frame, we'd be saying, oh yeah, easy. You get breaks above this week, to fill in this range, which is like what 500 tick range is like, looks pretty not 500 tick range, 1,500 tick range.
100%.
Looks pretty doable.
Because when you think about it, 2 days ago we were like, all-time highs is ages away, and then 2 days later we're 2,000 pips higher. You're like, well, I guess all-time highs is a new concept that we've got to think about again.
I know. That what was so back in April. Like April. Well, how was your April? April for me was like probably one of my best months I've had in a long time.
It was okay. It was all the tariffs and shit. So the volume picked up a lot, right? I personally had to adapt a little bit. I wasn't prepared for the massive ranges. I was like, what the fuck? Yep. These ranges are so much bigger. But I still had a good month. But
yeah,
how come you had such a good month, do you think?
To be fair, I was the same. Like to be fair, I probably traded like micros for probably like most of the month. But I say it was the best month just because like the bias was like so easy. Like I was just looking for longs like pretty much the whole month and still be started to pull back. Which is what I do like when gold is like ripping so much. Like, when you're, again, today's a little bit different, but like, even like these past couple of days, like when you're pushing like this, it's like, oh man, like I want to be buying this. It's like, I don't even want to be thinking about sales when we're pushing this much, which is what was so nice back here as well. Especially when you're breaking all-time highs, you were just pushing non-stop.
Yes.
But
yeah. And I say that to guys all the time, like anyone here that trades gold or you're relatively new to trading gold, you need to delete the idea that it's going to pull back and you're going to catch a big sell pullback. It's like, bruh, just delete it. Yep. We're going to 5,000. Like maybe, it's like gold doesn't play the same rules. It just keeps going up.
100%, man. And I think what gold does a lot, which is the reason I love gold so much, is it almost gives them like false, almost like, when we were peaking like all-time highs in April, it's like it, almost like it creeps up and you're like, oh, this is gonna short, it just goes up and up and up and up. And before you know it, like if you had just been trading what's right in front of you and just following the trend, like you would have maximized this so much more. But I think, when, I don't know why, I guess it's like how we are as humans, but like, when price is pushing up so much, we're almost like, oh no, like I want to be the one selling this. Where it's like, nah, for gold, if you try and do that, not only will you lose a lot of money, but you'll miss out on some easy, obvious trades just following the trend.
And the reality is, you got to ask yourself, why am I doing that? Are you trying to make money, or are you trying to prove a point to yourself? Like, oh, I figured it out. Like, I'm him. It's like, bro, we're in the business to make money. You don't have to, you're not proving anything to anyone. It's all good.
Yep. 100%, man. It's such a good point.
This daily looks like it's still about to flip, which is crazy.
I know, it's crazy. So I think I'm like, can we come back down and maybe hold these highs, 33.50? Doesn't look too crazy. That's a pretty solid.
Aaron, your sound is about 50% lower than Daniel's. The Farang trader, if you're lying, bro, we get to freaking literally whip you. Because if we take the time to check and you're wrong.
What was that? Sorry, I missed that. What?
It says your audio is 50% lower than mine. Your mic.
My sound's 50% lower already.
Like someone. I don't want to be right. I want to be rich. That's the attitude. That's actually a good attitude. All right.
My volume's too low.
Oh wow! This is dipping. Imagine all the stop losses were just down here.
Yeah, 100%, man. Thing is though, I do reckon we're gonna dip down here, but I'm like, fuck, like this is already a pretty crazy push down at like 4 a.m. London time. Like, where am I gonna short this and where am I gonna get a stop here? This is a crazy push.
And this is why I haven't been able to trade today, because this happens. I'm like, well, fuck me, there goes my opportunity.
Yeah, which is these are the days like where you jump on and gold's already pushed down like fucking 500 ticks, which is just insane. You're like, well, I can either go on tilt and revenge trade, or I can just be like, well, fuck, that's a pretty solid move. Doesn't normally move in that time, but it's a pretty decent push. Yeah,
we got time on our hands, I guess. We'll see.
Full TP hit, nice. Nice. Did you say you got some trades in Asia today?
Yeah, I took an NQ trade earlier.
Ooh.
I caught that. It started to move up there. I caught a little scalpy scalp. It was a bit of a risky one, to be honest, but once it closed above this area and it wicked down, I was just anticipating a bit of a move up a bit further.
Like around here? Oh, you probably can't see it. It's probably a little bit lagged.
Yes. Yeah, right there.
Nice.
Bit of a riskier one, but we got a 30-minute closure above a lot of area there. And I was like,
Yep.
I've been watching NQ, really trying to get a better pulse on it because I've always been a gold trader.
Mm-hmm. It's yeah, I've since I started doing the top step streams, I see a lot of people talking about NQ. I just didn't ever know that it moved so well in Asia as well. But it's like fuck yeah, you've been having some huge moves here as well. Literally,
That's
like,
why I never used to
huge
trade
moves.
it. But it fucking moves, bro. It moves in all sessions. I was like, wow, okay, fair enough.
I know, and I remember the first time I traded NQ futures, I did like one contract, like what I'm normal on gold. I'm like, wow, this moves fucking way bigger as well. Like these are, you know, you get like this move, like even that 30 candle, that 30 breakout, you get that whole candle one contract. Like, man, that's a big move.
Yeah, exactly. Daniel, what camera are you using? It's called a ZV-E10. ZV-E10. Yeah, wow. Okay, gold. I see.
Let me see. Let's see, Goldie. Where's my gold chart gone? Here.
We just hit weekly lows.
Yeah, we're coming into some pretty decent support. To be honest, if I was like just jumping on here like it's normal anyway, I'll be looking at this and I go, I would love to short this, but you know, thing is, if I start chasing it now, where am I gonna put my stops? Or if I, you know, it's almost like you can't short it this low. It's almost like you don't want to buy against a 500 tick drop down. Like it looks like, you know, it doesn't look like that much of a drop when you zoom out. But it's like, man, that's a 500 tick drop since like 3 a.m. London time. Like that's huge.
Massive.
Absolutely.
Personally, if this could close around where it is now and then create a bit of a small body green closure on the 15 outside of that, beneath that level there, I might participate. But definitely gonna have to wait for a couple candles to close personally.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, sounds good. You're trading funded accounts as well, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
I locked myself out a little bit too long, so I've just got this other 100K, which I was like, maybe it's a challenge one. Maybe I'll full margin it. That's how I trade my challenges. I'm just like, I go really aggressive with them.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of used to take more of the slower approach, but now I'm like, as long as you know you're consistent and you're not building bad habits, it's like, yeah, man, you want to take some more risk on these and you want to get them funded quicker. But then once you get them funded, you're like, okay, cool, now I want to take my time.
Yep. That's such a good point as well. Like I tell people don't do it. I don't really like to talk about it because people will be like, oh, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm like, bro, I only do that because I know once I'm funded, then I have the mental discipline to go back to 0.5% risk per trade. But you can't tell me that you're new to the game, you full margin to get funded, then you're just going to go back to 0.5. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. I agree. I've been taking some riskier plays on some of mine recently, but it's like I think a lot of people, like when they're starting out, like if you try and full margin, you know, the challenges on whatever funded account, but you try and then continue that over to the funded process, you know, you're going to delay the payout so much longer. So it's like, yeah, definitely, you know, take some more risk to get it. And then once you got it, you're like, sweet, I've done, you know, the hard job's done.
Oh, wow, look at this. Funded is code word for demo. Bro, you can see the fucking funded. Like it says it right there, express.
That's Sean from Discord.
Oh, is he only taking the piss? Okay.
Yeah, Sean's trolling.
Oh, there you go. Look at this. We've got 400 people here. This is unbelievable stuff.
Let me post in Daniel's channel. Yeah, you stream London. You don't do pre-London. You do London Open, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I do London Open. I was doing a bit of pre-London, but I hate holding trades whilst London Open hits. So I think I'm gonna go back to London Open. Fuck, she's dropping, ladies and gentlemen.
She is dropping.
Hold on to your buy position.
Fucking crazy push.
Just keep moving your stop down.
This is a crazy push. The thing is, like, the only time to have traded this was like back at like 4 a.m. London time. This is a fucking crazy sell-off.
This is very interesting.
This is good though. What like if we weren't on this right now, and let's say you weren't streaming, like what would you actually do? Like if you jumped on the charts, you haven't traded yet. Like you look at this, you like what do you actually do? I'm interested.
Me personally,
Yeah. Like if we went on stream right now and you were just like trading on your own, like what would you do
Yeah.
if you just jumped in your charts and you saw this?
literally absolutely nothing.
Yep.
I would have to just wait. Yeah, unfortunately, just wait for some more structure to form. You need a green candle to at least give me something. Because we got to ask yourself, I'm looking to sell. What's the probability it's just going to keep printing red? Obviously, the probability is high right now because it's doing that. But then you know how trading is. We're like, well, let me see if it's going to keep doing it. And then that's when it turns green. It's like, yeah, just going to need a bit of structure to form.
So you like, do you still watch it, or do you like try and turn it off and be like, nah, I'm gonna go take a break, come back in like an hour, half an hour, and then see how it's looking, or do you actually watch it?
I'd probably come back. Like I need 15-minute candle closures, so I'd probably come back like in 12 minutes, see what's starting to develop.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing when we're on stream. Like I'm talking about freaking ostriches and shit. And people are like, dude, are you trading or not? I'm like, yeah, I'm watching. As it gets closer to a candle closing, then I'm starting to like kind of paint a picture of what I might see to participate. But I don't like to get too emotionally invested in anything the market does.
Because like it's just your emotional capital that you're kind of using up a little bit by every tick that the market does. You're like, oh, maybe I could do this, maybe I can do that. I'm like, no, I'll start paying attention when a candle gets closer to being closed.
Yeah, I like that, man. And I think like when we first like got into trading, you're like, man, the market's moved like so quick. Like I need to get in this. And it's like only once you've been like trading for a while, like you see these big pushes down. It's like, man, if I didn't get this, like, we're not just going to all of a sudden rip up out of nowhere or continue ripping down. Like, we're probably going to create some space for a while. So, and, like this isn't going to be the only drop today. Like, it's not going to be the only trade opportunity. I can almost guarantee that. So it's like, you can try and FOMO into sales, or you can try and buy the dip, or you can just let price develop, create some structure, and then, you'll still get some good trades today.
Exactly. And that's such a really good point, actually, because like watching this right now, I have no emotional feeling whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like we've just dropped 500 pips, and you're like, oh man, I'm here to trade, right? Well, like I can't see, but I've got my accounts up here as well. Like I'm here to trade, but I feel absolutely nothing about this. But yeah, it's true. In your earlier days, you can be like, oh man, I've missed the move, and it's like, hey, bro, this chart's going nowhere. Like it's just going to develop more structure, and probably a better setup's going to come.
Yep, 100%, man. And I guess like the nice way, because I used to just swing trade, and like, if I was trying to swing trade for the day and like, prices already dropped like 500 ticks, I'm like, well, fuck, that's my swing trade. But the way we're trading, like day trading, it's like, we're not trying to sell at the highs and get out right at the lows. Like we're just trying to get our piece. And like, even if gold rips, like I always say to guys, like even if gold rips like 1,000 ticks today, I'll still come on and I'll get my 20, 30, 40, 50 ticks like pretty comfortably. I'm not trying to catch, although it'd be great. Like I'm not trying to, I guess, not catch, but I'm not trying to predict them big moves. Like I would, in my earlier time, like I'd be trying to catch like the very highs and the very lows and trying to hold these big swing moves. I'm like, nah, like I want to do what's much more consistent, and what's much more consistent for the way that we trade was pretty similar, is like taking our piece out of the markets consistently as opposed to trying to catch every single part of it.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, I use the reference. We're just trying to get a little rat scalp. Just get a little piece of it, just a little bit. We don't need the whole fucking move, because it's true. In the early days, you're like, oh, there was the move, and it's like, yeah, that was a move, but it's not your job to get the move. It's your job just to get a piece of the move.
100%, man.
And people say all the meal of the time, because I'm like, yeah, man, I just caught 15 pips here, or I got 12 pips here, and they're like, oh, you don't know how to trade. I'm like, it's in accordance to the size that you use as well.
Yeah, 100%. I've been trading my my London account on Top Step since January.
Nice.
Which is up, and I've had multiple payouts from this as well. And this is up like over 6,500 on just this one alone, and that is literally all doing what we've just said. Like my average win on this is 200. My average loss is 150, but it's up over like 6,500, which is like literally just coming on and getting my piece of the markets and being happy with that. Like that's all I really care about. Like I'm trying to do what helps me consistently, and that's, for me, that's it. Like you say, just taking our what was the word you called it? What, your rat piece?
Little rat scalp.
Take my rat scalp and be happy.
Exactly, man. That's exactly right. Are you using any type of like external journal or anything, or are you just tracking your stats through the back end, kind of?
Nah, I used to use some journals. I used to use TradeZeller and stuff, but I felt like I would just kind of, like I would just dump my data in there and not even really look at it. So, not really so much
Yeah.
anymore, man. Like I know if I do something wrong and I know if I
Yeah.
do something right. So I guess like this is what's good about what we do is like these streams are almost like our journal and like trading
Yes.
live. Like this is what keeps us in check. Like we can, like how sick will it be in like 10 years time? We can go back and look at stream from, however many years ago. Like, oh, sweet. Like I've got all of these journaled. So I personally don't anymore. I used to, but I don't, I'm kind of not as strict on it anymore.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I get that. Look at this, Sudip. That kind of mental strength comes only when you know that we catch our piece of move. If we don't have the confidence in our model, we end up chasing price. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You got to have a proven system as well. None of this means anything if you're just fucking following TikTok, advice.
Mm-hmm. Do you journal anymore, or do you kind of do the same thing? Like these are your journal?
Yeah, I do journal only because I shouldn't really journal the wins, but the losses I try to journal because it does burn in my brain a little bit.
Yep.
I'll try and look at, is there something I overlooked? You know what I mean? That's usually the thing. Anytime I take a loss, I'm like, yeah, I probably should have taken this in more consideration. It looked like the 4 hour wasn't ready to flip or whatever it may be,
Yep.
But I also understand that you can get to a certain level where it's like, yeah, it's not that needed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I always say for the guys who are like just starting out in like your first couple of months, like year or so, it's like, yeah, you almost like you pretty much have to. Otherwise, if you don't, like the amount of time I just wasted in trading, just going round and round in circles, just doing the same shit and never actually realizing what's going wrong was fucking crazy.
100%. Delta, bro, you love that song. So look at this. That 4 hour just closed, did it? On futures, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, you got the 4 hour close in the futures. How's that close?
Kind of engulfed all that shit there.
Yeah, fucking very, very bearish. Very, very bearish. I do like sells, but I don't know.
So would your system allow you to kind of take a sell here? Like what would you need to see?
I guess it's kind of been tapped on the futures, but on the currency chart here, yeah, I do still have a double bottom sitting at 33.50, which would be a nice short. But if I was going to short this, or if I am going to short, I should say, I just kind of want to see a little bit of a pullback because I want to get the biggest thing is like in all of my trades, like I need a clear target, but I more importantly need a good place where I can actually manage my risk. Otherwise, if I don't have a valid stop or I don't even consider a stop and I just think about how much I can actually make, then that's when the bad trades come. So I kind of look at this and go, yeah, I do see some lows at that 33.50, but if I try and short this now, like stop above the previous 30-minute high, like I'm talking a negative risk to reward. So it's like, yeah, if we can pull back, maybe grab some highs, start to re-break out, yeah, I can still look for some sells here. It's a really nice push.
Yeah, nice. Good to see some fellow Aussies. Daniel, check. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, we're connecting, bro. Connect, bro. So 450 people here. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna do a meetup. We could have a massive trader meetup. We could all connect.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's good to do it more. I've kind of always been like, most of my journey I've been like, oh, I don't really like to, but now the more I do, I'm like, yeah, it's good to and just talk over the same shit. And I guess for like other people be like,
yeah,
when we do our retreats, it's like you get to talk to other people and realize like, sometimes in trading it's so easy to be like, oh, like I'm so alone, like I'm just making these mistakes on my own. It's like you talk to other people, you're like, oh shit, you've experienced the exact same things as me.
100%. And that's the thing I always talk about, like the setbacks as well, because a lot of people think like they see us on stream or we're doing well, we're funding passing accounts and making money, but every mistake that any of you guys here that feel you've struggled with, we've done 1,000 times. So much, man. And it's like, it's just, are you willing to learn from it, continue forth, and get better? That's it.
100%, man. 100%. I'll squeeze here. The thing is, there actually was, I don't know if there was for you, but for me, there actually was a place to short this as well. I don't really ever think to watch the charts at like 5 a.m. London time, but there actually was a decent short here after you grab the highs in hindsight, obviously, but it was actually a
Up
decent
there.
short. I never traded
Yeah.
that time.
I see what you're looking at. Yeah.
Sounds like Lord. Is the audio all right? Let me have a quick check.
Keefe, don't be trolling us. Aussies are built different. Sounds like Lord Vader. Oh, okay. Maybe there is something with the audio. I'm still in the blowing combines. Does it sound all right to you?
Yeah, I just had to listen. It sounds all right to me. Is it? If it's
Keefe,
all right
we're going to kill you. You just made Aaron do something. I'm still in the blowing combines stage. I'm hoping to start selling at the time the lows next week.
There's an echo.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm still in combine blowing. I'm going to start selling at all times. I can't tell if you're trolling or not. Yeah, I don't know what your community are like.
Maybe it's mine. Let's have a look.
Oh, Perry, nice. Okay. Some NQs.
Let's have a look, Goldie. Yeah, we can have a look at NQ. Let's have a look.
Oh, I see. I know exactly where Perry took it.
Can you try talk now for a second?
Check, test.
Is that better? I think that might be a bit better.
I was joking. Damn it. I knew it. God damn it. Then did you just say full port sells? Noted. Fuck it. Not looking for buyers yet. Nah, just going to wait. Personally, I'm going to wait for,
much better.
You know, he's got 2 minutes for his 15 closure, so we'll see what it wants to do.
Yeah, let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. Do you trade New York anymore, or you just Asia and London?
Yeah, I was dabbling in it a little bit, and I was finding success, but I was also like, fuck, man, because I'm trading the Asia and London guaranteed every day. So Asia with the guys in the mentorship, and then London on stream. And then if I move on to New York, it's like, what am I doing with my? I guess I don't know. There's probably other things I should be doing as well. You know, especially that late at night. Maybe I should go see like a loved one or something.
Yeah, I guess that's like the tough. Like it's good here that I guess you can hit all session, but it's also bad at the same time because like you'd end up just being on the charts for like fucking 6+ hours a day and be like, wow, like you can get kind of burnt out pretty easy.
Yes, especially if you had like a good couple sessions and maybe you give back some profits in New York and you're like, it's not the best way to finish the night.
Yeah, 100%, man. That's why I like to kind of keep my funded separate. I'm like, if I do see an opportunity in New York, but I've already had a good trade in Asia or London, I'm like, well, let me just trade one of those if I want to. But for the most part, it's like, man, we have to kind of be happy with like our piece of the markets.
Yes.
Otherwise, you can't just sit there and trade like every single session all day, every day.
100%. You guys, there's no way that we've only got 11 likes here. You got to drop a thumbs up.
I'll end the stream right now if we do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to delete both of our accounts and looks like gold's fucking flipping here, man.
Yeah, it is. That's the thing. I think it's like when I first came to Australia, I think most people here like think you have to. Wow, Goldie's still fucking dropping here, guys.
Wow. Is there some sort of fundamental shit going on? Wow.
I mean, so bearish. Again, this is the reason that you don't buy gold when it's looking as bearish as it is.
Do you know how many people like actually definitely did do that? Like a lot.
Yeah, he had this initial little rejection. That's the thing. That's why I was seeing if we could short on the currency chart into these lows into that 33.50, but like I said, I just can't see a stop here. If I was short in gold, I should have already been shorts by now.
Yeah. It's like you said, like you got to think of where's a safe spot for my fucking stop loss.
Yeah, to be fair, this is probably like, I don't think this is probably the biggest move down before London I've seen in the past couple of weeks. Like this drop started since like 5 a.m., which is crazy.
Yep. Damn, you always refer back to London real time. I have no idea what time it is in London. 5 minute. Yeah.
We're doing the fib today. Definitely doing the fib today.
Oh, it's got 100 likes. Maybe mine's delayed over here. Okay, cool.
Mine just picked up. This is a huge push. Huge push. Do you try and follow a routine if like you only watch the charts during this time, or do you kind of always try and keep an eye on it during the day?
Yeah, I've got strict parameters now. It's come onto the London Asia Open, trade it with the guys in the mentorship, and if we don't see if I don't get a setup in that like hour and a half window, I'll just lock myself out until London Open. I really have to do that now because one, I got other shit to do to focus on. Yep. So if I know I can just come back to the chart and just play around or whatever, it's not a good way to go. And then I'm able to trade again at London Open for another hour and a half to 2 hours, and then I lock again all night. So I've got essentially 4 hours to trade a day,
which is plenty, man. Plenty.
Yeah.
You can easily get your piece in that.
Because again, it comes back to like the more exposed you are, it doesn't mean like the more money you're going to make. It means essentially the more risk that you're putting on. And it's like, if I can't get a fucking trade within the 2 open session windows, then I'll just call it a day. Like, it's fine.
Yep.
100%. And what about you? So are you dabbling? Are you kind of like doing whatever, or?
Fuck, when I see pushes like this, I'm like, yeah, fuck. I try and I do try and always keep an eye on it, but like when I say that, like I'm not sat here watching the 5 minute, like fucking every single minute of the day, but every now and again, like if when we finish the London sessions, I'll still be throughout the evening just watching like 30-minute hourly close, just seeing if there is anything. But I guess it also depends if I've got my trade for the day. Like if I've got my trade in Asia, then I'm just much more relaxed with it. I'm like, I'm happy with my trade.
100%.
It is something I struggle with. Like I definitely find it hard to switch off from.
Yeah.
Especially when we have had so much volume recently. I've just been trying to maximize it as much as I can.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that as well. Because the thing is, I've made money trading outside of those parameters. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, obviously I can make money, but I still believe the risk is higher than that. The probability of risk is still too much for me personally. So I'm like, it was a hard decision, but I'm like, I just gotta cut those times off.
Yep. I guess it's better to have that discipline now when like people are starting out. Otherwise, if when you go to a point of like full-time trading, when you have more time to spend on the charts, if you do spend all that time on the charts, like it never ends well. Yeah.
100%. Damn, gold, you really try and drop on us over here.
Yeah, this is fucking. The thing is, it's such a clean drop as well. I just can't chase it.
In hindsight, like looking at that 4 hour kind of closing below and then kind of wicking up and pushing down, maybe I could have taken a sell there, but
it's fucking beautiful.
What are you gonna do?
Absolutely crazy drop. This is why I'm kind of like, I mean, thing is, if we do drop more like this, I go back and look at this weekly, I'm like, man, if this actually does hold this resistance on the weekly time frame, like, could we be seeing an overall bigger dip down here on gold? Like, there's still so much on the cards if that is the big move that is coming.
Yep. No, fuck it. I'm buying. This is the bottom.
Yeah, all right, I'm in.
This is the bottom, chat. Yeah, interesting. You took a sell from the previous 5 minute when it broke its own lows. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I guess there was a little 5 minute scalp.
Yeah.
You don't trade the 5 minute, do you? Or do you sometimes look at it?
I've been dabbling in it a little bit more in terms of if I don't have a place for my stop loss. But yeah, no, not to enter. But in days like this, or yeah, when it moves like this, it's kind of like that's the only opportunity you get is up to 5. Feels like.
Yep. 100%, man.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
this.
there is UK news. Yep, there is.
This could be in relation to US and UK expecting to announce a trade deal. Perry. Full margin.
33.22. Is that on the 33.22? That's on the future. Is that on the futures chart? Previous daily low. Wait, is that on the futures chart or is that futures chart or currency chart? 33.22. 33.22. Yeah. If you're talking about probably the same low about the 6th of May, yeah, definitely. I kind of, to be honest, I look at this daily now, and this is why I'm not really FOMOing, because I can still see this with much more room on the cards. Like I look at this daily and go, could we be pulling back all the way back down to here, creating this big potential inverse head and shoulders before squeezing higher? Like if we start closing, especially today, like if we close bearish today, tomorrow you got easy sells
100%.
tomorrow.
Yep.
It's just more so what do we do for the next hour or two that we trade London, and
yeah,
as tough as it is right now, there's not a lot.
It's fucking not. And if you I'm very interested. If you see an opportunity, I'd be very interested to see that.
The only thing I can see is like we just need to pull back, but again,
yes,
you try and short the fact that you think price is going to pull back on gold. That's when you can seriously blow up.
I would love to see a pullback and then an opportunity to resell.
Yeah, me too.
That's all, personally. Yeah. Please print green. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. That's it. Damn, we're getting to 500 views.
Nice.
Beautiful. Everyone click subscribe at the same time.
If we'll click like at the same time, gold will go back up, and then we can get
Smash that like button. So what about yourself, Aaron? You don't really talk too much about your trading journey, I feel like. What were your early days like? Like were you doing a strategy similar to this, or were you just jumping around?
I kind of I got into trading for like the complete wrong reasons. I remember I saw it on
chicks.
Yeah, I saw fucking people on Instagram popping bottles of champagne. I was like, yeah, I want a piece of that. And then I got it in I joined trading in the way of like you get them free, quote unquote, free signal groups where you join the broker, deposit the money, etc. And I guess I kind of did that, which I guess obviously we all get into trading for the money, but the more I focused on that, the harder it actually was. Like I didn't, like when I first started trading, like I didn't care about trading in the sense of like I didn't care about markets or, fundamentals or price action. All I cared about was making money. So, I think that's why I went around and around in circles for so long. And like to get to the point of like how I trade now, it's like I've been doing it for like 7 years now, which is crazy. But if anything, over the years, my technicals have got simpler. And I used to swing trade majority of the time. And it was only during the 2020 COVID times where the markets went nuts that swing trading was so uncertain and so difficult. And that's when I kind of started to get into day trading more. And then I was like, yeah, I actually enjoy this more. Swing trading is great because you can take a position, you can hold it for a couple of days. You got that quote unquote freedom. But at the same time, it's like it is also very hard to detach from it. Whereas now I'm like, I have more peace of mind, knowing that I can just get my peace, and when I'm out, like I'm out. I don't care what the markets are doing. I can kind of switch off it more. But yeah, like I say, when I first started trading, I didn't care about calling this move down. I would just be so focused on like, now I want to make money. Whereas now I kind of say to them like, I get more satisfaction. Not that I took this one, but I get more satisfaction than being able to say, oh wow, I called like a 600 tick drop on gold, as opposed to saying, oh, I made $6,000. Like, who cares? You get good at get good and get, what's the word, like pride from calling a good market move than saying I made this much money.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Brad just said you went from you went from popping bottles of champagne to wanting coffee at times wrong. Yeah, 100%, man. Trading has made me more I don't know what the word is. More, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, it's maybe more like, I don't know.
I've found that as well. Like the more you make money through trading, the more, I don't know. When you get into it, it's like you said, yeah, you want to make the money, and then as it starts to come, you realize, like obviously you need money, but what you thought it would bring, or the feeling you thought it would give, it's just like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It is hard to explain, man.
Yeah, when you get like that idea on, a lot of people say, oh, what's that aha moment, or how did you get to the profitable stage? And it's like, it's this amazing moment where you start to cry and it's incredible. It's like, no, it does not really like that. It just kind of slowly happens. Then you realize, oh my God, like I'm just that guy now. Like I just don't blow a cow or whatever it is. Like it's a weird thing how it just progressively happens.
Yeah, 100%, man. Same as even the funded accounts. Like when I used to do funded accounts, like I'd get so excited and so emotional, and like, I would look at myself. I'd say I would judge myself like day by day. Whereas now it's like, I hide my balance, I hide my P&L, and I don't even really like to look at what I'm up for the month. Like I just want to take good trades. I know if I just focus on taking good trades, at the end of the month I'm gonna make money. But if I just focus on, trying to make this much money, or if I just focus on, I want to make this much, or I want to make this much, like, man, it's just you're just setting yourself up for failure. Whereas now I'm like, now let me just focus on just taking good trades, and as a byproduct of taking good trades, I'm obviously going to make money.
Yep, 100%.
Grounded and humble, yeah, 100%. Yeah, markets humble you for sure. Yeah, 100%.
The burning bush, yes sir.
I guess it's
what do you think about the correlation between like you as an individual and your performance on the charts? Have you ever faced any of that type of stuff?
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. That's such a good point. I remember I heard someone spoke about it when I first started trading. Like how much like what you do off the charts does help you. And I remember thinking to myself, like what are you talking about? Like how's going to the gym, like how's gonna be eating right, and how's gonna be like, doing all these things off the charts gonna help me? Like that's not gonna help me find good technical setups. Which is like, yeah, that's true. But learning technicals in trading isn't that hard. Like it's not that hard. Like you could trade support and resistance, and if you took the break back below this level today, you would have made a lot of money. So if we know that trading is that easy, then the mental side is very hard. So yeah, now I prioritize like my health and fitness and mindset so much more, and without a doubt it helps me trade better. Like if I just roll out of bed, I eat like shit, I feel like shit, and then I try and take good trades, like it just doesn't even make sense. Whereas I try and come on the charts, with a clear mind, and the way that I get a clear mind is by doing that whole fitness side and meditation, or like whatever it is, like whether it's just having a coffee in the morning in the sun, like that side of it is to me it's so important, man. And like for me, like the technicals and trading is like, I don't get me wrong, I love talking about technicals, but like the trading psychology side I find like so interesting. It's my favorite side to talk about.
100%. Yeah, I agree with that. I always say it's like
are you the same?
Yeah, I definitely find the same. And there's something I've kind of started to come to the realization with lately as well, is like a lot of humans, or just people in general, partake in self-sabotaging type of behavior. And it doesn't mean like you're doing something intentionally to destroy your body or yourself, but it kind of does. Like just sitting on the couch all day or eating really bad food is actually self-sabotaging behavior, because subconsciously, I should be doing X, Y, Z. I should be doing this. I should be working towards that thing I know is in my best interest.
Yep.
But you're not. So that is actually an act of self-sabotage. So if 100%. You're used to being a self-sabotaging type of person off the charts, when you're on the charts and the emotions are high, you just took a loss, that automatic sense of like, oh, I'm used to kind of partaking in self-sabotaging behaviors will come out in the charts, and your performance will be much worse. You'll revenge trade and so yeah, it's all correlated for sure.
100%, man. I remember when I first started like getting into the markets, when I was like working a 9 to 5 job that I absolutely hated, and I would like literally finish that work and like I like literally hated my life, and I would try and take all that negativity onto the charts. It's like, man, it just I know like people say, oh, it's easy for you, like you got it like this, but it's like, well, no, we went through all the exact same struggles, but
Yes.
the less I've focused on trying to take that negativity out of the charts, like the easier it was for me to trade. But it's like, if you come onto the charts with the mindset of like, oh, I'm so fucking pissed off and I'm, feeling like shit in every aspect of my life. It's like, well, what do you expect if you're not making money? You're not going to be able to make good decisions if you can't even think straight.
100%. And if you're on a rampage psychologically and you want to be punished, come to the charts. Like
Yeah.
it'll have open arms for you. Come in, young man. Like I'll take all your money. Yeah.
Yep.
It's got to be professional.
That's why, I love all the things off the charts that help with trading, man. I try and do something that helps me mentally every single day before I even look at a chart.
100%. Yep. Jiu-jitsu. Jits.
It's how do you tell that to someone who's not yet making money in trading though? Because I remember when I first heard it and I wasn't making money, like it's like, how do you tell that to someone who's not there yet and they think like, nah, like that doesn't make any sense, like how's me going to the gym going to make me a better trader? Like how do you explain it?
It'd be hard. You know what you would have to say? I would say, have you tried to accomplish anything great before? Like anything difficult? I shouldn't say great, but difficult. And if they say yes, then you'll be able to say, well, if you refer back to that time, you understood how important discipline was.
Yep.
And but yeah, with that being said, there's a lot of people that have never really tried to accomplish something great. So this might be their first real challenge in life where I'm really trying to pursue something that's difficult. And if pays off, can change your life dramatically. You guys, like, there's 500 people here. I was a fucking idiot. Like I'm not the guy that should be trading. Don't ever think that you're unqualified or you're whatever it may be. Like you can literally come from any form of life and find success in this game. Is it going to be easy? No, but it can be done. Like
100%.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game.
Do you think that everyone can be a trader, or do you think it takes certain characteristics?
Yeah, I don't think everyone could be a trader. I've got to be honest. I'll tell you one thing, and I don't know if I've thought this out enough, but I don't know if somebody had like a really good upbringing, or okay, maybe that's not the best, but somebody that's just got it really well their whole life could succeed in trading, because I don't know, you can't have to be a little bit crazy. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I think everyone can trade, but I don't think everyone should trade. I definitely think it takes certain like characteristics. Like I'm fucking gold still fucking dropping. Like I kind of think you have to be like I'm weird. Like I guess I could say I'm like an introverted person sometimes, but at the same time, like I'm also not. But I'm the type of person who loves things where it's just like me versus me. Like I'm not really a team player. Like I didn't really like team sports and relying on other people in groups, which I think some people do. Whereas for me, I'm like, no, I want to be responsible for my outcome and everything. Like I don't want to have to rely on other people. I just want, it's like, I like things where it's like me versus me.
100%. And this is the perfect game for that.
Yep.
Holy fuck, man. Okay, we're dropping. I was hoping that this would flip up and create a bit of green and some structure, but...
Oh, no, man. Got Ray BJ. Sparring in BJJ is the best because on the match you can't hide your weakness and fears you got to face. 100%, man. I started doing jiu-jitsu like 2 months ago. I got my first stripe today. Come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Nice, brother.
And that is probably one of the only things that I actually go there and like that's all I'm thinking about. That's why I love it so much, is because like I guess it's kind of like same as trading. It's like like jiu-jitsu doesn't care about what your background or what you do outside of being in the gym. It's like all you're thinking about is what's right in front of you. So I guess it's almost like, to me it's almost like, I don't know if Ray, you probably know better. Like for me, it's almost like it's a little bit of meditation, I guess, because you're only thinking about that. And if you do think about something else, well then guess what? You're gonna get choked out. That's what I like.
Do you reckon, is there guys there that are high as level and they could just choke you out in like a second if they wanted to?
On 100%.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
think.
That she's throwing around like a ragdoll.
I've been doing it for 15, 16 years. Yeah, bro, your name's Ray BJJ. So yeah, oh yeah, it's embedded in you now. It's embedded in your
amazing.
YouTube name.
16 years, that's amazing, man.
All right, guys, who's full margin and buys? What are we doing here?
Yeah, this is the biggest drop on gold I've seen in a long time. Since the highs, 900 ticks is absolutely insane.
Bro, look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 30-minute red candles.
Yeah, it's to
in a row.
It's to do with the US and UK trade deal.
Yeah. Okay.
100, headlines
What's that?
from the UK.
Is this just like news that is kind of just dropping here?
Yeah. I just look at it here on Forex Live, which is the reason it's dropping so early. But I mean, the technicals were there. I just wasn't on it early enough.
And where in like when it was up high, you mean?
Yeah, like if I was watching this, I mean, it's easy to say in hindsight, but like once you kind of grab these highs and actually start to break back below, there actually was there was a short here. At like what 6 a.m. London time, there was a nice short.
See, if you were paying attention, you would have been able to catch up 1,000 pips.
Yeah, I blame you for that one. So I think if you could, if I drop my PayPal, everyone drop their PayPal. Dan's gonna tip us today.
Tip us. I'm reading this book. I'm listening to the audiobook. It's called Reminiscence of a Stock Operator.
Oh, yep.
And have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. I've never read it.
It's actually a very interesting book. So this guy started trading when he was 16. It was written in 1920. Anyway, he ended up building his wealth to equivalent to 1.5 billion today just through trading. It's his whole life story essentially.
Ridiculous.
But he actually ended up doing his head in because he lost it all at the end. And but it's just interesting because even back then, people say, "Oh, signal, sir." Mm-hmm. Back then, they would just call it a tip. Have you got a tip? It's like signals have been around forever. Back then, they used to call it a tip. Now they call it a signal. And it's just like, but it's nice. Very interesting. Even though it's 100 years ago, all the same psychological issues, all the same chart issues, like everything is the same. Like nothing has changed in the game.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Isn't that what's so crazy? I always find that so crazy about trading is like you're literally one mistake away from just fucking up like a good month's worth of gains. I've done that before, and it's like man, it's such a like a not scary, like you're not scared of it, but it's such a humbling thought, and I guess it's good to recognize that you literally are just one emotional mistake away from just fucking blowing up everything.
100%, and that's exactly right. What you said, you're one emotional mistake away.
Yeah, it's
not going to come from like, I technically just lost this trade. No. You lost emotional control. Yeah, and that's where it all went bad.
Oh yeah, look at copper dropping.
Yeah, are you still looking at copper these days?
I don't.
I was so tempted to take that long up there yesterday. I mean, sorry, short. You
had a decent sell. It feels like copper's dropping pretty hard here as well. Copper sells again. What time did this start? 5 a.m. London time. Man, get some. The Londoners are stepping in early today. Like again, even on copper, this is a beautiful drop. You probably see copper back down to like 4.5s. Copper's nicer because you have more room to squeeze, but again, I have to see it pull back before I could short. But this is a pretty decent drop on copper. Have you ever traded copper before?
Yeah, I have. I still look at it, and I have had. Yeah, I've had some of my biggest trades with copper. I'll be honest.
Nice.
But you know how it moves, man. Like sometimes if copper moves in a direction, it will move for like an hour, like 2 hours, and just keep going. Did you see like a couple of weeks back there how it peaked at that all-time high? I think it was.
Yeah.
And I was watching it up there, and I was thinking, "Fuck, man!" It was just so wild to watch it move like that.
Yeah, but it was fucking crazy. I think it actually grabbed all-time highs on some of the charts.
Yeah, I could have swore it did. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Tapped into all-time highs and then fucking dropped. We called some nice sells on it yesterday, but I personally don't trade it much anymore. I like to still look at it. I know some of the guys do still like trade, but don't get me wrong, I've had great trades in it, but I've also had days I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is doing today.
Yes, I agree.
That's
A lot of the time, yeah, it just looks ugly. Name of the book? The book's Reminiscence of a Stock Operator.
I have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's an audiobook, so I just put it in. I've been listening to it at the gym and just when I'm doing shit around the house, and
Yeah, nice.
it's actually like quite an easy listen. Like it's good. Where I listened to what's the one that everyone goes on about?
Trading in the Zone?
Yes, and I was like, I don't know, I just didn't do anything to me. Maybe I need to listen to it again.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones that I ever read. Trading in the Zone, which is I like. Have you read Best Loser Wins with Tom Hogard?
Yes, I liked that a lot.
One of my favorites, man.
Sure. I retired from copper. Yeah, you might have made the good choice, man.
Who's retired? Sean's retired. Copper. Sean, you were doing very well on copper. You retired from copper. Congrats on your jiu-jitsu first belt. Thank you, man. First stripe. Thank you. Yeah, Sian, you were doing well on copper.
Yeah, gold has no chill. I wonder if we're going to get some sort of change as we come into London Open. We'll see.
I know, this is pretty crazy. It's kind of painful to watch this drop, but again, like I say, I don't even look at the 5 minute and go, oh, like I want to scalp this low as much as it is pushing down, because I can guarantee you, the time that you go, oh, you know, let me try and scalp this low, will be the time that it starts to squeeze it back and have a decent pullback.
Yeah, 100%.
It's always the way.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm happy to see if it wants to create a bit more structure and present maybe an opportunity. What's the book called? I think like the book that I was just speaking about that I'm listening to at the moment is called The Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. And then there's another book that me and Aaron just spoke about called The Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogard. And it's not, if you're looking for technicals, it's not that type of book. It's about psychological aspects of trading.
Yeah.
One of the two of the biggest things that I got from that book, which is a couple of things. It's actually an amazing book. You'll open up every page and it's just banger after banger. But he says, because he was trading on the institutional floors and things like that, he was saying the biggest thing he always seen that traders lose, like these high level traders, hedge fund guys, who try to catch the top and the bottom of a market. He said it's just not worth it. Just stop. And actually, in Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, which is a book from 100 years ago, said that's what he's seen as well, where everyone failed. So don't play that game. And secondly, I forget the other, but that was the main one.
I used to, most of my trades used to be trying to catch them reversals. And it's
really?
it's one of them things where it's like, you know, it happens, you know, like a couple of times. You're like, oh, fuck, this is the best trade ever. It's like, I would rather have a better win rate than that, than trying to hope to catch that next big reversal. Like, it's just, to me, it's like mentally just too draining to even bother doing that anymore.
Be so mentally draining, bro. Wow, look at this, 550 people. We're breaking the internet. Australia top models here. We just happen to trade as well. Mental game of trading. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, Brett. When's Dante writing a book for us? Yeah, have you ever listened to Have you listened to Tom Dante?
I don't think so.
If you haven't, I'll put you on, man. He's amazing.
Okay. Aussie. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jared Tenley. I've heard of that one. I have heard of that one.
Yeah, same.
What's your thoughts on the hot topic of prop firms these days? Do you think it's good for people, or people should trade personal? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think people should use them. I think beginners should use it as like the thing that I always preach is you start off by learning, then go to demo.
Yep.
And then go to the cheapest prop firm. This is my personal opinion. Go to the cheapest prop firm, like buy a 5K account and then use that, because you've already got a set of rules that you need to adhere to in order to pass the challenge. You're probably not, and maybe you do, you'll learn and you'll fluke it and you'll blow it and you'll feel the emotions, but it's all the shit that, like, you blow a prop firm account in the early days and it's going to hurt, trust me. And that pain will either make you learn or you'll give up. But it's better than the pain of you investing your real money. Well, I'm going to put $1,000 in and whatever it is, like you're going to lose that guaranteed. That's my opinion.
Yeah, 100%, man. I agree.
Jesse Livermore did die from suicide. Yeah. So the story of the guy from the stock operator, he got his wealth up to 1.5 billion, but he hit rock bottom multiple times. He'd been training since he was 16, and at the end he lost it all, declared bankruptcy, and then committed suicide, which is crazy sad story. It's like insane. It's the saddest story of a trader of all time, but yeah, it's just crazy.
Goldie.
Failed 2 combines already, but each loss has made me more determined. Exactly, man. That's all you can do. Like, man, I can't even remember how many I've blown.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. It's like I think a lot of people do just blow so many funded accounts or challenges or whatever, and then just keep doing it over and over again. But as long as you're learning something from it, like, man, it's a pretty cheap way to learn a very valuable lesson.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, those are rookie numbers, bro. Put another 2 zeros at the end of that. Beginners shouldn't even buy a 5K. They should learn on 1 point. Yeah, if you can get a 2K account even, yeah.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
All right, so we've got 15 minutes to London Open.
Yeah, London Open, man. Let's see, it's going to be interesting if it gets bought back up or if we just continue saying. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a pullback.
Let's just stay on stream until we force a trade.
Yeah, we're not leaving this damn stream until we get a trade here.
Yeah. If I don't see it set up, man, you can guarantee I'm forcing it. Feel like in the right place, learning from the right people? Yes, sir. Yes.
Nah, go on, man. You would.
I was just going to say what Sean was saying there. Yeah, that the guy from the stock operator, he declared bankruptcy about 4 times throughout his life. Yeah, so he's obviously a bit of a wildcat.
Yeah, that's crazy. Are you not on a top step today, Aaron? No, we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow. I mentioned yesterday that we couldn't make the one today because I was doing this stream with Dan. We're back tomorrow though. Back tomorrow.
Jesse would have blown so many accounts on Top Step, but it was 100 years ago. Yeah, they didn't have Top Step back then.
That's the thing with like funded accounts. Like, although don't get me wrong, like if you have if you've been on a great streak and then you like something bad happens and you blow the account, at least you're not fucking blowing 6 figures of your own money.
Exactly. You guys got to realize, like, anyone that's got blown accounts and shit like that, and you see guys that are crushing or whatever, it's not even that they're doing something special. It's just the fact that they're not doing dumb shit. Right? It's like we all know how to do the things. Now it's like, how good can you get at not doing the dumb shit? That's all.
And we still like, I still have some days of like, fuck, that was really stupid. Like, you're still gonna make mistakes. Doesn't matter what level you get to, you're still gonna have times where like you fuck up, you break your rules, you enter in too much size. Like, you're never gonna be a perfect trader as well.
Yep.
You just want to make the mistakes less.
Exactly, man. Okay, gold, you're still going down. Fair enough.
I know, this is insane, man. This is insane. I haven't seen a drop like this in London. This is bigger than a drop you'll see in New York today. This will be by far the biggest move of the day.
100%. This is insane.
One contract dropped like $9,000.
Yeah,
fucking
wow.
Nuts.
Damn. If anyone right now is feeling FOMO, you guys need to chill the fuck out because, yeah, don't let this make you feel any sort of way.
I guess that's one thing I spoke about recently as well. Is like, I still get similar emotions as to when I first started trading, but it's like I learned to react in differently. Don't get me wrong, like I see this move down, I'm like, fuck, man, this would have been great if I was in it. But the old me would be trying to buy this back up and trying to revenge trade. Now I'm like, yeah, this was a great short, but although it might be a little bit annoying, I'm like, well, what are my options? What can I do? Can I start buying the bottom and just be a fucking idiot, or can I just accept it and wait? That's all my options are.
That's an interesting point, hey, because you still feel like you're still aware that emotion is there, but you just get better at dealing with it.
100%, man. How can you get sales on the 5-minute grab at the previous highs? I just kind of look at it. I'm like, it's just already just dropped so much, and I didn't really know what was going to happen below these lows. Like, we could have grabbed these lows in the futures at like 33.58 and started to pull back. There's nowhere for me to really judge a stop. So when, even when the 30-minute has already dropped like, 600 ticks, a 5-minute continuation is just a bit too aggressive for me, man. Although you could look back in hindsight and be like, yeah, there was actually a nice short here at the 7 a.m. candle. I just didn't know what was going to happen below these lows, but there was a good reason to short into these lows, but below these lows, I don't know what's going to happen. We could have pulled back at any point. So yeah, I can try and chase this and look for 5-minute re-entries, which, are moving pretty well right now, but I guess it's easy to say in hindsight. In real time, in normal markets, if it's already pushed down this much, at any point this can start to pull back and go against you. So it's kind of like, if the 30-minute has pushed as much as it has, I don't even look at the 5-minute. I look at this 30-minute and go, wow, we've pushed so much here. I would have wanted to see a little 30-minute pullback, grab some highs, and then I would have dropped down to the 5-minute. So yeah, I don't really look at the 5-minute was pushed down this much, man. It's just a heavy drop, and this isn't a normal drop. So I just kind of have to be like, yeah, it's a fucking great drop. Would have loved to be in it, but I'm not going to chase it.
No. Like a very small portion of, I don't even know what type of trader would have been able to catch any of this move, really. Like, this kind of move.
No. And
even if you caught it at the top there, it's like, realistically, if your average amount of pips that you catch is like 20, 30, you're like, or 50, that's like so minute in comparison to how far it's moved.
I know. I just think I would never have even held it anywhere near this long,
yeah.
as well. No way.
Let runners run for 1,000 pips. But what if catching reversals has a better mathematical edge because you max? I don't think there's no such. I don't know what that means. Locking yourself on a losing day. Yep.
DXY has been strengthened by the hold in interest rates. Yeah, it was to do with the UK.
A degenerate trader. You know what? Sometimes big moves like this happen, and like, degen traders will take a sell and they'll get rewarded big time. But it's like you're getting rewarded, like it's like a dog biting you and then you're giving the dog a treat. Like you're getting rewarded for bad behavior.
So true, man. I like that. It's so true.
Yeah. Trend is your friend. Yes, so true. Interesting. So we've got 8 minutes to London Open. Let's see if London Open can present any freaking change in this shit.
Yeah, overnight news. Trump will announce a framework of a trade deal with the UK. Yep. So trade deal with the UK is good for the US dollar, bad for gold.
Oh. Wow. Okay. See, guys, damn it. I knew we should have been fundamental traders. Throw everything you know out the window. Do a degree in economics. The YOLO sell trader, yes.
Yeah, I'm based in Australia for now as well. Yep.
So what do you, as you've been in the game a while and you've seen a lot of traders come and go and, beginners, what would you say is probably the 3 biggest killers of new traders? Like, yeah.
3 biggest killers of traders. Good question, man. Having no plan, like you don't have a plan, like people don't follow a plan. They just try and jump in every single market move with just no structure or no data to even know if their plan actually works. Again, I think a lot of people, and all these things I'm saying, like I'm not saying like these people, I'm saying like my younger self, and a lot of it would be trying to predict way too much as opposed to actually reacting to what you see. People are very, when gold's breaking up or gold's breaking down, people are trying to predict the longs for some reason as opposed to just reacting to the fact that price is just fucking pushing down. And Yeah, I guess, and strategy hopping as well. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's not that it's good to strategy hop, but it's good to try different shit and find out what works for you. But then you kind of have to get to a point where, that's why, you know, I see so many complex tools these days, and so much analysis on people's charts where I'm like, man, technicals isn't the hard part in this game. Don't get me wrong, they're a hard part, but they're not the hardest part. And I think people get to a point where it's like they study so many different concepts, and they kind of get to a point where it's like they have so much to think about that they just can't execute well. And for me, it's like, man, I want to be a very good executor as opposed to I want to be right all the time. I just want to see my trade. I want to see my setup. I want to be able to execute well. Whereas I think so many people are like looking at 10 different confluences and then wondering why they're hesitating.
Yep.
So hesitation's a big one as well. Like I say, you know,
So-
like, yeah, go on, man.
I was going to say, so a lot of that, it just sounds like it comes back to lack of system, really, right?
Lack of system,
Lack of-
100%. Man.
Yeah.
That's why, like, if you see this, you know, if you see this big push down, but there wasn't a reason for you to have shorted it, then you just go, oh, cool, like, who cares? You know, you're not trying to buy every single time the market goes up and sell every time it pulls back. You're trying to get your plan, and if you don't have a plan, then you need to build one.
Yeah, that's so true. Because I mean, a lot of the times when I'm on stream, people are like, "Oh man, how are you so patient?" I'm like, "Well, I know what I'm looking for, and until I see that, I really can't do anything." So like, you see this 1,000 pip move down, you're like, "Man, I could have made a killing," but it's like,
Yep.
nothing here gave me an opportunity. So I guess I'll just have to wait.
100%.
Like
Man.
the amount of times I've said it's exact centers, I guess I'll have to wait, is just astonishing.
Yeah. And the thing is, man, like when you do wait and you see the next opportunity come up and then you make money, that's when you go like, oh, right, fantastic. Like that's why patience fucking pays.
Yes, 100%. Ordered a Lambo, nice.
But also like for you anyway, like if you don't take a trade today, say if you've not taken a trade today, like do you care? Like are you like, fuck, I should have done something, like what have I missed? Or do you just like, no, I don't care?
Yeah, no, I say that to people all the time. That's a skill. Like it's actually like it's a really good skill to learn, is the ability to not trade. If you can actually sit in front of a chart and not take a trade, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. We'd love a 30-minute on the NQ. Let's have a look at NQ.
I think we have to like remember as well, there's like, and it's kind of hard to accept in the beginning, but it's like our job is to protect our capital and make money second. Like our job isn't to be so focused all the time about making so much money. You know, we need to be protecting our gains and protecting our capital at all costs and taking calculated risk and trades when the time is right.
Yeah, I love that. That concept of like thinking about it in that manner, which is capital preservation.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
I make more the less I trade. I still probably on average take like, I don't know, I'd say I do trade probably most days. But I guess that's just like I trade I trade the markets. Like I trade when the markets give me an opportunity. Like I don't trade because I want to trade. I trade because, you know, my setup is there. But if my setup isn't there, I'm like, well, that's fine. Who cares?
Exactly. You just sit on your hands. Look at this. What up, my G and Bali guy? Aaron from Bali.
Yeah, I'm the Bali man.
Balinese. Man, we're nearly cracking 600 views here. This is unbelievable.
Nice. We'll do one on Daniel's channel soon as well.
Yeah, we're swapping around. We're swapping over, you dudes.
Yeah, Goldie consolidating support, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, the 15 is kind of grabbing lows and holding. It's shaping up for a bit of a pullback. How come you're on Top Step TV today? I mentioned yesterday, man, I couldn't make it today because we were doing this stream together with Daniel. So we'll be back on Top Step tomorrow, man.
Yeah, how's the old Top Step stream going?
It's good, man. It's been going well. It's good. We were like, I think peaked at like 700 or something yesterday, which was pretty cool.
Crazy.
But yeah, it's good, man. I don't really get the pressure from it anymore. I don't think people realize like how much pressure, as if trading isn't hard enough to trade in front of people. But I personally don't really. Sometimes I do feel that pressure, but now I'm just like, no, I just trade the way I trade. If people like it, great. People don't, then
yeah,
that is what it is.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it would be because it's a different audience and stuff. It might feel like.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. But you get used to it pretty quick.
Get a lot of people looking at Nasdaq, which is kind of cool because that's why I've been looking at NQ a little bit more and I've been seeing, oh yeah, like you guys are kind of on something. It does actually move pretty nice.
Yeah. All right, gang, we're coming into the London Open.
Nice.
Shit.
Let's see, that hourly is about to be very, very bearish. A high chance you probably will fill in this hourly low here. 15's throwing a pretty strong rejection.
What a fucking strong 1 hour candle. Wow.
I know, insane. How many ticks is that? It's
beautiful.
What? 400?
Yeah.
Let me run to the toilet, man. I'll be 2 seconds.
No worries. FOMO move's going to get you cooked 90% of the time. Yeah. If you actually think about it, every time I've taken a loss, like I won't say every time, but most of the time, it very rarely stems from, he was a great setup. I was waiting for exactly this. I executed on it and I lost. Like, yes, that happens, but you typically feel fine about that. It's when you break your rules and lose, that's when you're like, God damn it, man. And then it's just like, at some point you just say, man, I just have to stick to my rules. And I say this all the time on my stream. The only thing that's stopping 99% of traders becoming the trader they want to be is their inability to stick to their trading rules. That's it. And you probably know that as well. This is me saying that, taking into consideration and just believing that you already have a good proven system. But yeah, other than that, it's just, Dan, let's get Aaron to stand with us. Yeah. Join the standing crew. We stand for our rights. Yeah, you guys, I'm standing up. I stand up and stream. I don't know about that. Yeah. Reach a breaking point recently. Reached a point where I'm sick of taking shit trades and FOMO revenge trades. The hardest part is just accepting a red day. Yep, that's exactly it, man. And guess what? Everything that you just said there is exactly what 99% of everyone who fails in this game goes through. So now you know, like, what the thing is. If you can beat that, there's a high probability you make it to the other side. It's no secret why people fail in this game. It's all the same shit. Over trading, impulse trading, FOMO trading, revenge trading.
100%.
That's all it is. Get yourself a walking pad. Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
Look at this on Goldie. Trying to find some support here. I wouldn't be too surprised to see it have a bit of a pullback. Would I buy the pullback after we've dropped like fucking 900 ticks? Unfortunately not. Maybe if I had a combine, I'd play around or a test account, but not really. It's not a funded trade I'd take, that's for sure. It's 15-minute morning star.
Yeah, I would love I just a green candle to print just so I get it on the 15-minute time frame, just so I get a bit of something, and then I can start to paint a bit of a picture.
That one 5-minute candle's literally just moved like 82 ticks. Like, it's...
Did it really?
Yeah, which is, you know, sometimes you measure and go, oh, like that would have been amazing. It's like, yeah, if you're also on the wrong side of that, you just lost 80 ticks in like seconds.
It's crazy because, yeah,
Mad.
Sometimes the ranges, you're like, oh, you zoom in, you're like, oh my God, that range is 100 pips.
Yeah. Anyone who just started trading gold in like the past like 2 months, 500 to 600 tick ranges in a London session is not normal.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. Back like a couple of months ago, man, fuck, I'd be happy to get like 30 ticks in London.
And that's the thing. And that's when it came to April, you said, like, how'd you go at April? I had to adjust to that. I'm like, I just have to double my size of my stop loss, my take profit, and half my actual lot size.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think small things like that, when people say, "Oh, I was profitable in 8 months or 6 months," I'm like, you kind of need to go through market conditions to understand how to respond in certain scenarios, and it just
100%,
takes
man.
time. Chasing dopamine, playing the markets like a slot machine. Hey, and that's the interesting thing about trading. My sister could walk in here right now, click a button, and make a couple of $1,000s. She doesn't know anything about trading. So you can actually treat this like a slot machine.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not a good, profitable long-term game plan for success. That's the issue.
100%, man.
So the only reason people fail at trading is they place trades. No, so I was just saying before, Aaron, when you came back, like everyone kind of fails for the same reasons, and it's not as because they place trades. It's typically psychological stuff. Like you don't impulse trade based on a trade. You impulse trade based on psychology.
Yep. So true, man.
Damn it, you guys can just see our faces close up here.
Yeah, look at that. We're back on the big screen again. That was a nice transition. My editing skills are going up here.
Oh, that's so good.
Are you guys in the trade right now? Nah, I'm not. I do like this for a little bit of a pullback, but like I say, do I want to buy gold after you just dropped fucking all of this? Not really. I do believe you're gonna have a bit of a pullback, but like I say, what I believe and what are gonna happen are probably two very different things.
Yeah, I want to get a trade here on stream just so I can show you guys how to lose, but 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 yeah, it's not. Yeah. I'd love to see like what if anything came up for you as someone that's looking at like time frames lower, what opportunity, just to see. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, I like this. I like to play these little morning star plays where you kind of reject, grab the lows, and then buy the next candle. And they're like my favorite reversal patterns on gold, which is kind of what this 15 minutes doing right now. But in normal markets, if we hadn't have dropped so much, yeah, I'd be looking to flip this 15 right now. But
yeah,
it's dropped that much. I'm like, man, I can't. If I try and take buys, when we've already pushed down this much, I'm like, I'm borderline just fucking revenge trading.
Right.
Go demo, yeah, go demo, yeah. If I had a little combine, I would take it, but I don't have one right now.
Damn, I've got one sitting here fresh. I should have full margined it. God damn it.
Yeah, also I just gave you some signals as well.
Damn.
Nice 50 tick win on NQ. Nice.
Damn, Perry, you cleaning up on NQ. Perry's one of the lads in my community. He's doing freaking really good at the moment.
Nice. Yeah, nice. Do I recommend FTMO? I think there's better options out there. I don't not recommend them. To me, it's a bit of a long-winded process. It puts so much pressure on you, and it's a very high fee. I prefer Top Step and much more other firms. They're not bad. I've had an FTMO account for the whole year. I don't use it much anymore, but I've had plenty of payouts of FTMO.
Yeah, that's what I'd be looking for, John. But if you're in Australia, FTMO cooked you for leverage.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, true. That's so stupid.
That's why I stopped with him. I was always with FTMO, and I was like, I'm done. That's one thing that kind of pushed me into switching to futures. Once they brought that in.
And it's... I used to trade on just FTMO. Yeah, same as me. I used to trade on just FTMO before I moved to futures, and they're good, but like the process of getting the funded account is very long. That I just feel like and it's quite expensive. Like when you're just upcoming and trading, like it is a lot of money to fork out, and that the two-step process, being how long-winded it is and being expensive, like that puts so much pressure on me.
Yeah, agreed.
No, I prefer the futures aspect to props.
And that's what I'm a cheapskate in this game now. Like I tell my guys in the community and stuff, like whenever these 90% off accounts come with some of these futures prop firms, I'm like, I just stack up on them, go aggressive with them. If I blow it, it's like, who cares? It's $40. And people will hear that and be like, oh, you're a gambler. I'm like, this is just how I do it. Right. Yep. Once to get funded, I get aggressive with a few of them, and then I just wait for the next 90% off deal.
Yeah. Yeah, another thing, I guess, when you're actually consistent, that you can afford to get aggressive with them as well, which is that's what's good. Like you should be getting aggressive with them. Like,
And the biggest thing is, I know throughout time in the game now that once I get to the funder stage, I actually have the mental fortitude and the ability to then switch back to 0.5
yeah,
risk per trade.
yep,
That's the
yep.
biggest thing.
That's the important part. Like people don't want to.
Yes.
You don't want to build the bad habits, but you know that you're approaching this more aggressively. But you know, as soon as you get it, yeah, I'm gonna go back to my plan.
Yes, exactly. Risk it for the biscuit. Yes, sir. Gold. So you're predominantly just looking at gold, like nothing else really on the radar?
I sometimes do look at other markets for the guys who do us, but yeah, I honestly just trade just gold.
Yeah.
I don't trade anything else anymore.
Yep. Bills.
And the thing is, like with gold, is like you do get opportunities pretty much every single day. That's in most sessions. That's why I love it so much.
Yep. Agreed.
Not that not that you're going to take every single setup in every single session, but it's nice to know. Look, if I can't trade Asia today, guess what? I'm going to get a trade in London. If I don't get a trade in London, well, I'll get a trade in Asia or New York.
Yep. 100%. Bloody, what was I going to say? Oh, fuck, I forget.
And I love to trade oil. Yeah, I have you ever traded oil before?
Is it possible? Like I look at it, I'm like, is there actual like repeatable structure forming here? Like,
yeah, I used to swing trade oil and I had great trade swing trading oil, but for me, day trading oil, like I fucking find it so hard to read. I find it so hard to read.
Okay, so swing trading seems like that's the way to approach oil.
Had a pretty decent drop though. Have you always done day trading, or did you kind of swing a little bit before? Have you just always gone straight down to low time frame?
No, I went swinging a little bit. I joined the swingers club for a bit.
Yep.
Do you remember, Joe, the Australian guy? Oh, he's Malaysian now.
Yeah.
I reached out for a bit of guidance at one stage. I was trying to swing a little bit, but that was just still in the early stages where you're kind of trying to figure out what suits your personality best. And I realized holding a trade on overnight, I might as well be in a psychiatric ward. Like I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I was thinking about it while I'm laying in bed. I'm waking up. It's the first thing I do. Check it. So,
100%.
Yeah.
Pretty decent bounce here on gold.
Out of context.
100 ticks already. Fucking crazy.
Damn it, we missed it. We should have bought the bottom.
I told you guys. No one didn't take it. I gave you the signal.
All right. Yeah, that is 100 ticks. Wow.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite patterns on gold on that 15. Like I say, if it had such a ridiculous push down, that's one of my favorite setups on gold. That morning star play, very very.
Damn,
nice.
It looks nice when you flip to the 5 there. It looks kind of nice.
Yeah, 5 minutes. I can grab the lows, close bullish, like a really nice little scalp there. Little 60 tick push. I say little. It's like 100 ticks in the past 10 minutes.
Oh, look at this. One of your guys took it. Nice.
Good morning, Chow. What's going on, man? Yeah, grab the 50. Yeah, you grabbed the 15. Nice. Some of you guys did. Nice. It was too aggressive for me. If I had a combine or something, or like a risk account, I'd have taken it. But it's a nice reversal pattern. It just pushed down that much that I didn't want to trade against this, and I didn't want to give back of what I've already made in Asia. But it's a nice little pullback. Pretty aggressive, but if you understand that it is aggressive and you want to take it at reduced risk, or you want to take it on a challenge count or whatever, yeah, why not give it a try? I'm on a combine. Yeah, nice, cool. How high?
Christian, not quite, but I understand. I see what you're saying. Yeah, not quite, but I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I've always found if I ever try to take a buy like this, gold's like, oh, you thought I was going to go up here?
Yeah.
Silly boy.
Yeah. Yeah, That's the thing. If any of you guys did take this little 15-minute buy, I'm not expecting this to be like a full-blown reversal. It literally would just be a pullback. Like even this pullback now, you know, you're up like 80 ticks. I'd be locking that in there because at any minute, if this 30 starts to flip bearish, then I actually could maybe consider some sells.
I'm actually surprised it's even pushed this high, to be honest. Like, but yeah, it's nice if you call it.
It's daily's. The thing is, today's close is going to be very interesting. I think if today actually just closes bearish, tomorrow you're also going to have some easy Asia trades, easy sells in Asia. It'd be interesting to see if it does actually break below, or if you're going to close doji and maybe come and tag some highs again.
That weekly is kind of the body of it. It's coming down below that level where I was talking about earlier, where I was like, oh, if it breaks above there,
yep,
it's kind of yeah, that's interesting.
If this daily was to close, and this is just one big wick, and we close back above, then tomorrow you got great buys. If it closes bearish, tomorrow you got great sells.
Yeah.
Two good opportunities.
Catching a fallen knife, exactly, yeah.
Yep. That should stay in the circus. Where would you put your stop loss? At the low of the 15. For the way that I approach it, if I was buying this 15, yeah, I mean, I would have a hard stop there as a worst case scenario, but I would be taking this off the 5-minute. Once the 5-minute grab the lows here and close bullish, like that would be my stop. I don't need it all the way down there. If you aren't going to drive from here, or any closure against me would be my exit personally. But as a worst case scenario, yes, hard stop below the lows, but for me personally, I'd be getting out before that. If it didn't drive here, I'd be managing pretty aggressively.
Something I'd be looking at now is now that this 15's closed, if we could get essentially that morning star, but on the top end,
yeah,
and then get another retest and it starts to flip bearish again, I'd probably be looking at a sell position personally.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that.
Just because I know a lot of people are probably thinking buys right now, which makes me more interested in sells. This is like,
how many pips do you risk on a stop loss? Depends on the trade, man. I would say I don't really have a certain tick amount. It depends what the market's give or take. Yesterday I lost about 250, so like 25. If I was buying this trade, I would have been risking, let's say, about 30-ish, 25, 30. So I don't really have like a certain, like my stop loss is never based on a tick amount. It's just based on when it's time to get out.
wow, look at this, 620 people. Make sure you guys drop a freaking thumbs up, gang.
Absolutely.
If you guys like this, well, yeah, we'll do more crossovers.
Yeah, 100%.
Cross genders.
100%. And hopefully, at least next time we jump on, gold won't have fucking had a ridiculous drop. We can actually take some trades together as well. Let's hope we're gonna get some positions here.
Yes. What up, Dillawa?
Can you show a running trade on Top Step? I mean, I can, but I don't want to take a trade for the sake of it. Could I take a micro just to show you on one of my other accounts? I guess I could take a little micro here. Just it depends. What do you want to see? You mean like how to take the trade and manage, etc.? Is it not sell on the current 15 resistance? Wait, on the, what did you say, 5-minute resistance? Yeah, I mean, if we close back below, you just had a pretty decent bounce off this support of like, 100 ticks. So if we start breaking back below, yeah, you could take some potential fake out sales. Yep. Can you show us a full margin right now? I don't have a practice account here. I don't think.
Can you share Daniel's? I wonder if are you able to post the URLs into chats?
Yeah, if people want to post.
Oh, I just threw it in there. Okay, sweet.
At the
So
end
I'm
of the link?
just self-promoting over here. Yeah, that's my channel there. You guys, if anyone wants to join at some point, we'll have Aaron come on over there maybe the next week or so.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. How many trades for today on Top Step? Only one. yes, one trade on 2 accounts. I got 756 on my London account. I got 336 on my Asia account. Yeah, one trade, and that was some buys on gold. I didn't get any of these sells, unfortunately. I haven't traded any of my other accounts. Oh, my camera's gone. There we go.
You think Aaron's camera's frozen? Oh, it might be. Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, back. Useful tool for the future. Yeah, sure. Let me have a look. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Aaron, when you do my stream, you have to stand.
I got a stand. Are you standing right now?
Yeah, I always stand for the streams. Dan's mic underwater, bro. There's no way. It's been normal ever since the whole time. Yeah, because I was streaming and fucking trading so much. I'm like, you know what, man? I'm gonna stand.
Nice. How do I get practice? Oh yeah, practice. Activate practice. Not available for funding. What do you mean? I can't full margin this practice account and then complain. Let me see. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That was easy. Yeah, well, to whoever did want to see how the X platform works, what did you want to see? But yeah, I got a practice account here. I mean, if gold starts to break down a little bit more, I could consider a sell here on my actual account. TradeAvate, yeah, I use TradeAvate, man. Do use TradeAvate every day.
Damn, I would have loved this to test the highs a little bit more and leave some more bit of a wick.
Yep.
Still got 8 minutes, so a lot can happen. We'll see. I could even potentially be interested if this does close below that green candle body. Potentially take another one. But I'd be looking at. I actually want a candle to close below. To the far left, there's that other kind of key resistance support point, which is kind of in line.
How do you do stop loss and TP? On TradeAvate. Let me see if I can log into my TradeAvate. I mean, it depends. If you're in a sell, then you just set a buy order as the stop loss, or you can use a ATM strategy. Let me see if I can show you on some other accounts. I'm not going to take a trade, but I can show you.
Did you use stop losses?
Yeah. Wait, what's that?
The hell?
Real. My TradeAvate account.
Grafty, funny guy.
Yeah, if you are using TradeAvate, the ATM strategy is pretty good. You can't use it if you are copy trading, but for me, when I'm copy trading, I'll just set my stop loss manually just by setting opposing orders. Stop losses are for losers. Yeah, ATM don't work if you group trade. Yep. Which is a little bit annoying, but yeah, it doesn't.
Love the collab. Daniel's price action trader to collab with Trade Sharp. He's price action too. Is that an Australian guy?
Nah, he's I'm not sure where he is, but he streams London as well.
Oh, okay.
Can he? But it's not very zesty.
He's in Dubai. Yeah, I'm passing some zest over to Aaron. The zest is contagious. At what point should you take a sell here? I really wanted this current 15-minute candle to leave a bigger top wick and then the body close similar to how it is now. And then I might have looked at a potential sell as it breaks past that body, but I don't like that it doesn't have a top wick, so I'll have to sit it out. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's also going to be a 30-minute closure coming up. We'll see.
Yeah, for you guys who are using if you're using TradeOvate, if you're in a buy right now and you want to put in a stop, you just click and you put in your sell order. Well, if you're not copy trading, you're just trading the one account, then you can set up the ATM. I have an ATM strategy set up for gold, but I'm copy trading, so I don't ever use it. But yeah, I just set in a hold order. Same as if you were trading on Top Step, same thing. If you just took a sell rather than dragging and you want to put in your order, you would just put in a buy order up here. Because you want to, if you're in a sell, your stop loss is you're buying back at a worse price. If you're in a buy, you're selling back at a worse price.
Isn't it interesting with trading? Like now that we've moved down all this far and we're just sitting here like at this one point, it's like, it's just a game. You just got to kind of wait.
Yep.
This is a game. We just wait now.
100%, man. Let the markets come to us.
Yeah. There's unlimited things that can happen right now. This could just this could just shoot all the way back up. Like anything can happen. Just wait.
5 minutes trying to get back above here. 15's about to close. 15 isn't enough. How about you? 15 minute for me isn't enough to want to sell. To me, it looks like you can either range or you're going to pull back a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I couldn't sell off this personally. Essentially how it looks exactly now. If that wick was on the other end though, on the 15, I'd be very interested, but nah. Carolina! Nice to meet you. Nice. I really need entry. No.
Only on Discord? Not really. I'm not like in any open groups or anything like that. GC
Grab's
Chan,
my
TradeOvate
head
showed
moderator in
massive
my
gaps.
Discord there.
If you got massive gaps on TradeOvate, you may be in the on the wrong contract. You should be on GCM. GCM.
Man, you've got a friendly chat. There's no, I haven't seen a single buy or sell. Damn.
Yeah, that's surprising to be honest. We've had some recently. I had one yesterday saying, "Aaron, tell me when you go in a trade. Are you in a trade? Show me you're not in a trade."
Show me you're not in a trade.
Oh, my camera's gone again. What the hell?
Buy or sell? Oh no.
Yeah, now we're talking. Buy or sell, sir. There we go. Sell. Yep. All of the above. Sell, sir. Yeah, there we go. There they are.
Signal, sir, please.
Sell full margin.
Yeah, I get a lot of people
was
asking me for money in the DMs these days.
I took a. Sorry, go on.
It's like if you trade, then you get. You got to have enough money to just give out.
We had someone saying on the stream yesterday. I think I took a $250 loss. Someone was asking me why I was so emotional. I must have been like crying or something.
Yeah. Well, sometimes if I take a loss in stream, they're like, "It's gonna be okay, bro." Like, I'm like, bro, this is literally like everyday phenomenon. It's not even. It's not that deep.
You can't enter now. Oh, I don't know. I can. I reckon you give it a good shot.
Eron? Someone said Eron. Eron trades.
Eron from Bali. Tried to go to work yesterday and we'll ask tomorrow. Yep, we'll go, man. Yep, we'll be back on the Top Step channel tomorrow, man.
They drove the floodgates, yeah. Look at this starting to push. I've got a minute left here. If this can close small body like that, the next one wick down and push up, I might full margin my my combine over here.
I wish we could get it so you could share your screen as well. We'll have to do that for next time because I'm sure there's a way.
Yeah, there'll be definitely. Yeah, that's like we'll figure out.
There will be a way.
Aaron looks like Paul McCartney. Bro, all this. Yeah, you go down the rabbit hole. Someone says, "Man, you look like this person," and it turns out it's like fucking Francis Ngannou.
I was worried about you, Aaron. Yeah. Do you guys trade gold? No, I don't. No, we don't trade gold. No. I've never. Is gold good to trade? I don't know. I've never traded gold. Pushing here, pushing nicely here.
Yeah.
Decent little 5-minute recovery here again. Though I'm wondering if we're gonna get bought back up here. Like this is a pretty strong. Is it gonna be one big owly fake out, or are we actually gonna break back below and go lower? It's a big
yeah,
big area here on gold.
Perry, bro, you should be locked out, son. You've already cleaned up for the day. Where are you reporting from? I'm in Brisbane.
Ciao.
I like the one screen. Two's too cluttered. Ah, but you don't know until you see it. Maybe you'll see, but this is actually quite nice.
15-minute. You showing me too much. Let me see, 30-minute. You got an instant bottom wick on the 30-minute. I reckon you might squeeze a little bit higher here.
That's what I was thinking.
Let me see if I can take a buy. I don't think I'm gonna take up my top step accounts. I might take a little risky play here in a second. I'm gonna take up my top step accounts, but I will take up one of my accounts here. Let's see.
I'm glad we're thinking the same. Yeah, if this can flip a little bit higher, back green up a bit.
I feel the pressure.
But you guys, I'll tell you what. Personally, I'm doing it on not a funded account, on a challenge account, because I personally wouldn't probably take this on a funded. Not to say it's fucking.
I'm taking a. Oh, I only took it on 1. I took it at 4. Oh no, I'm not copy trading. Oh well, let's see what's gonna happen to this one. I trade 4 contracts because I'm supposed to be copy trading all of them. Oh, what an idiot! Why am I not copy trading? What the hell? Oh, this might be an expensive lesson. Oh, I need to go back to 4. So I need to put in a stop. What an idiot! Why am I not copy? Where's my? Why can I not see my? Oh, it must be in the privacy mode. Fuck. I'm getting out. That was a stupid mistake. Why am I not copy trading? Let me fix this.
What platform is that? Ninja? Oh, it's Tradeovate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Tradeovate, man. Yep. Where's my what? I gotta log out and log in. Let me see. I meant to copy trade, not take 4 contracts on 1.
Oh, you meant to go link 4 accounts, but it put 4 contracts.
Yeah, so if you when you copy trade on Tradeovate, you have to do the multiple of all the accounts. So if I'm copy trading 4, I have to execute 4 contracts to copy across it all.
Right.
But instead, I did 4 contracts on 1 account.
Fuck. God damn it.
I mean, I lost $14, but I'd like to be in this buy.
Yeah, if this 30 breaks his own top wick here, I'm going to enter.
Four contracts on 1 account after gold has dropped like 900 ticks. That is crazy.
Fucking hell, that's a stressful moment.
Fuck, it's gonna hit as well. I'm not gonna be able to get back in time. Damn it. Oh, I should have just held my fucking 4 contracts on 1 account. Be done already. No, yeah, I didn't forget. I meant to have 4 lots, but
I'm in and out. That was literally 25 ticks in like a second.
Yeah, I would have been scalping them highs. I would have made a lot of money. Yeah, I meant to take 4 contracts, but 1 across each account when copy trading. But I said I did 4 on 1, and I would be up like a good couple of hundred there.
Yeah, I just used 45 micros. I'm up 889 on a 20. Yeah, that just popped.
Yeah, nice little 5-minute tick there. 5-minute flip there. If anyone did take it, what I'd be looking for is just a little scalp into these highs. To be honest, a very small little 50 tick scalp, quick $500. Yeah, you took it. If you guys did take it, well done. If you can, yeah, again, you just spiked out these highs. Me personally, I'd be locking in a quick 50 ticks there, quick little 50 tick scalp. Basically, no drawdown.
I was in and out. Did you guys? Any of you guys take that? Drop a dub in the chat if you took that as well. You journaling that one? We're going to bed. Nice. All right, Perry, you took it. There you go.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I went aggressive because I'm like, if it's gonna pop, it's probably gonna pop here. Like,
Did you take it?
yeah.
Nice. Fuck.
I
Did
just-
everyone get it but me? Fucking hell.
No. Yeah,
minus.
all these guys took it.
Yeah, nice. You guys did take it. Well done.
Yeah, I
That's-
used four. I went pretty heavy on it. So I'm up $800. Let me get a bit of footage here, actually.
Yeah, look at that. Everyone's spam. Nice little.
If I lost that trade, I wouldn't be getting footage here. But let's just
We're pushing.
look at this. Live on Aaron's stream. Look at all the cats over here. Caught this trade as well.
Nice push.
Beautiful.
It's like, what's that? That's like 70 ticks in 5 minutes. Damn, I would have been up 700 per account there.
Bro. No. The pain.
I know.
All right. Let's be serious. You got a revenge trade, bro.
Yeah, I have to. We all have to take a vote. Should I go on full tilt now? I would have been up. I would have been up like 2,800 in like 5 minutes.
Oh, god damn it.
What do we reckon? Full tilt
No,
mode or what?
that's definitely Trader8's fault. You got to write in a report.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to contact support and complain to the prop. That's definitely not my fault. Fuck, that would have been a nice little scalp there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to make that
All
back. Yeah, 100%. Man. I need to make back that $14. 100%.
I really like that though. For me personally, if on the 15-minute time frame, how that first green candle pushed and the second one created a little bit of support there, which was also a strong 30 closure, and then it kind of, I've noticed that a lot where it will push past that quite impulsively.
Yeah, that's what it was based off me. That 30 minute actually closing back above just to come and tag some 30-minute highs. That's what I liked. So yeah, I've taken that 5 minute little 5 minute morning star. I mean, again, it's obviously risky because we've dropped so much, but yeah, 5 minute morning star based on a 30-minute breakout was actually really nice.
Yep.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it was actually quite nice. Yeah. Gang.
Yeah, if I would have got what? I would have got 700 on 4 of my funded Apex accounts. I got 700 on Top Step and 300 on. In fact, that would have been a fucking banger of a day again.
Damn.
I got on some serious tilt mode tonight when I got off the stream.
Yeah, sorry guys, no streams tomorrow. I blew all my accounts.
Oh, that's so good. Done for the day. Nice. Yeah, if you guys are done, just lock yourself out. Call it a day, man. If you got a win there.
Power of waiting though. Power of letting the markets come to you. Very quick little scalp, and that was only literally in 5 minutes. You're spiking out like if you got the 5 minute flip, it's like 100. It's almost 100. It's like 80 ticks in 5 minutes. Like man, I'd be fucking quickly locking in that gains.
100%. Yeah, I took it when it re-broke that 30 wick and pushed up about 30 ticks and just closed. That'll do me.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, it's a good,
That'll do.
very good little scalp. 80 ticks.
Easy, my brother. Well, I might lock myself out here and freaking call it a day.
Yeah, let's do it, man. It's been a good session, man. We'll do it again sometime soon. We'll do it over on your channel as well. Everyone on YouTube, be sure to check out the pinned comment. That's Daniel's YouTube channel. And we'll do this sometime again as well, man. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. It was a good session. We'll do it soon, man.
100%, man. Appreciate you having me on, man. And I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Nice one. Pleasure, man. Talk to you soon, man.
See you guys.
See you, mate. All right, YouTube guys, where am I? Oh, I don't know. You can't see me. You can still hear me. Where are we? Yeah, nice little not a bad little scalp there, guys. It was a pretty aggressive scalp, to be honest. It was valid for sure. Like I said, it was a riskier play. It's not one I would take on my top sets that are already up on the day. But on some other accounts, it was actually pretty nice. It was a pretty decent push. But yeah, same as me, guys. Like, I'm not gonna watch this the rest of the day. I am gonna give gold a little bit of breathing room. We've had some insane pushes there. I was hoping we could take more trades on stream with Daniel tuning in as well. But that big of a push, fuck man, I would have made bank on that trade. Oh well, shit happens. I was in four contracts on one account. I would have had way too much profit on that one anyway. So, yeah, you guys on YouTube will be back again as normal tomorrow. We'll be live back on the Top Step YouTube channel for the London Open. Great stream today, guys. Good to have Daniel tuning in. Lots of valued share. Remember, drop a little like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys same time again tomorrow. Trade safe the rest of the day, guys. You guys on Discord and Zoom. I'll talk to you guys in Discord soon. Appreciate you guys tuning in. See you guys next time. Peace.